Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm going to be testing GTA 4 on the GeForce GTX 950. If you want to see how it runs on the GeForce GTX 750 Ti, check the description below, there's a link to the video there. And for FPS monitoring, I'm using Cam. If you want to learn how to use it, click on the top right corner of the video where the Cam logo is, or check the description below if you want to learn more about this. So, GTA 4 by Rockstar Games. A very popular game, one of the worst ports ever made for PC. So, well, we'll start with 1080p. I will try up to 4K, of course, because why not? Aspect ratio, we can change it in real time, as you can see. Then we have textures, low, medium, high. It doesn't go more higher than that. As you can see down here, it tells you how much VRAM it will use. It's an estimate. We'll keep them on high. If you change this value, you'll have to restart the game in order to take effect. Reflection resolution, we have very high, off, low, medium, high. Let's keep it on very high for now. Water quality, low, medium, high, or very high. Shadows, off, low, medium, high, or very high. Then we have night shadows, medium, high, very high. What are night shadows, you might ask? Well, those are some extra shadows created by headlights, by spotlights, by light streets. Those lights will be casting shadows. If you turn this off, car headlights won't make any shadows. So that's important if you want the game to be more realistic in some way. They have texture filtering, trilinear, and isotropic 2 times, 4 times, 8 times, or 16 times. I suggest keeping this on 16 times. Then we have view distance, as you can see, very self-explanatory. The draw distance. I'll keep it at the game's default for now. I think it was 25 or 30. Then we have detail distance. The draw distance for small objects, as you can see. Let's keep it at 32. Vehicle density, we have 2. The number of vehicles on the street, let's keep this at the maximum. Then we have definition. You may know what it is. If you keep it off, it will look way more blurry. So keep that in mind. I suggest you keep this on. Then we have VSync on or off. I suggest you don't use this VSync. Use a third-party app like NVIDIA's to enable VSync. The one in this game is not particularly good at all. And then we have also a benchmark. If you put auto configure, it will put the best settings for your PC. Usually these sliders are put the same, no matter the PC. So I'll keep it like it was. Very high, very high. So these are the maximum settings except for the draw distance. This draw distance is fine, but whatever. And once you select one of these presets, it will tell you what part of your PC affects your memory and GPU performance and all this stuff. Holy shit, I'm sorry. So, well, let's start with the benchmark, shall we? We apply the settings, we put yes, and let's see. Okay, so now we are at 36 frames per second, 41. As you can see, the game still runs like shit. A lot of years later. But it's not that bad actually. And I know a couple tweaks to make it run better. So first of all, as you can see, the GPU usage is fine. It's 90%. So yeah, it's fine. But there are some things you might want to tweak. So let's start by being on the street with a couple of shadows on sight, so we can see how it changes. So first things first, shadows. Keep them instead of very high. As you can see, they're way sharper. Well, a little sharper. If you put them on low, it will look worse, as you can see here. Very high is just, I don't know, some extra filtering over them. Let's keep them on high. Night shadows, keep them on medium or high too. Then water quality, keep them on high or medium. You will notice the difference. And then reflections, I never noticed a difference between very high and high, so keep them on high. Textures, keep them on high too. And let's see if it's improved in any way. Okay. As you can see now, the GPU usage is insanely low. We are below 50% GPU usage. So yeah, this is how bad the game runs. I mean, you can see the GPU just doesn't want to know anything about this. It's just, I mean, I could do over 70% this frame rate, but for some reason the GPU usage is very low. So let's tweak some stuff, some more stuff. That is that. Then the view distance, as you can see, affects CPU and GPU. So I suggest you you to play like this. I encourage you to do that. So let's put it at 60, and the detail distance, let's keep it at 62, and this at 60, and let's see. And now, as you can see, we're still having 30s. For some stupid reason, we have 30s still. And the GPU usage is below 50%, so there's something wrong here, as always. So let's go straight into another resolution. Let's see if that helps. 1440p. Let's try 1440p first. And as you can see, for some stupid reason, 1440p has a better frame rate than 1080p. Yeah, what the fuck? I mean, slightly better frame rates, but it makes no sense. That's why I don't understand this game.
How you doing? Cool.
I'm doing fine. Shut up. But yeah, as you can see, it's fine on 1440p. It's just ridiculous. It runs better than 1440p. There you can notice how unoptimized this is. So let's try something else. Let's rise water quality and shadows. Let's see if that helps at all. No, it didn't. Now the game was struggling there. So let's keep it like it was. We lower the view distance to 40. The details too. You won't notice this, trust me. And let's see if it does anything. And it does. But as you can see here, we have 50s, almost 60, but when you look this way, well, not that bad. It dropped a couple frames. But that seems to be the issue, the draw distance and the shadows. So this seems fine. Let's lower next shadows to medium. Alright, next shadows affect performance too. And when you do quick turns, it drops to 40, to the mid 40s. So yeah, this is a weird game, so you have to play with it. It runs differently on a variety of configurations. Let's go straight into 4K. So at 4K we get, what, 100% CPU usage, as you can see, and the GPU is being used 99%, but as you can see the frame rate is around 40, so if you want 4K, you might want to cap this game at 30 frames per second, or lower some settings to try to get 60, but as you can see here we get 50s, that's just stupidly high for 4K. I know that this game is old, but the PC port is outdated too. It was shit back then, it's still shit. But there are a lot of tweaks on the internet that you can do that I won't try. This is the game without any mods or any of that stuff. Running at 4K. The CPU is, well, wants my head in a stick right now. Almost 100% usage. But as you can see, we're not below 30 at 4K. 1080p is insanely underperforming for some stupid reason. So 1440p seems to be the way to go in this game. 1080p is kind of a mess. So let's try that again. Let's go back into 1080 to see if it changed anything. As you can see at 1080p, we are not able to get 60s. Well, now we got 60. Whoops. But yeah, now it's better. But it's kind of all over the place. It's go between 35 to 60, then up to 70 at night. It's a mess, I mean. But you can play, it's playable, I mean. But I would have liked to see a more stable frame rate. But yeah, that's pretty much all for that. Don't even try very high shadows, they destroy performance, obliterate performance, as you could see. I suggest you play using the patch 1.0.0.4 or 1.0.0.4. This is the latest version, 1.0.0.7, which performs worse according to everyone. And the very high shadow setting doesn't exist, so 1.0.0.4 is the patch you should use. There's a trick you can use to get it on Steam. I mean, to get it to work on Steam. Steam automatically gets my game to 1.0.0.7, but I didn't want to do the trick. I wanted to show you the game without any tweaks. If you're lazy, it will run like this. You can make it run better, as I told you. But now it's fine at 1080p, but as you can see, we could be getting better frame rates. I mean, look at the GPU usage. Probably with a better CPU, it will be better, the GPU usage, but I tried it with the i7 and the difference wasn't that big. It was a really small boost. So keep that in mind. It's just a lousy port, like you know already. I'm telling you no new stuff about it. So let's try 900p, because why not? Let's see how the game kills us. And well, I'm surprised, I guess. Not anymore. We cannot get 60, as you can see. Maybe if I move a little more, we will get to that. Since there is nothing to see. There's a high frame rate, but when you see the city, it's shit. Nothing else. You miss. Yes, it was your fault, so I'll get your car in exchange. Thank you. But yeah, the draw distance is kind of a bummer that you have to lower it. But if you don't, it will run like shit, so yeah, very unfortunate. We're not using all the GPU, not at all. But still better than consoles, I guess. The last gen consoles, of course. The new gen consoles don't have GTA 4, I mean. But yeah, it was a mess back then, it's still a mess nowadays. But hey, we can play it. Okay, let's go to 720. And let's put reflections on very high, water very high too. And shadow quality on very high. Let's see how the game struggles. And 720p, as you can see. Well, the GPU usage now seems fine, but as you can see, the frame rate, we're at 40. I mean, we're not getting 60 anytime soon. Consistently, I mean. But as you can see, the very high shadows take a lot of GPU horsepower. We're using 98% of the GPU. at 720p due to the shadows. If I keep them on high, it will drop that a lot. The fractions too, of course, but look at this. 98% usage, now 45. Half the usage from very high to high. So yeah, play this game at high settings. Don't be a moron. Or whatever you call it. But yeah, now we're fine for now. But yeah, the draw distance is the issue. That's why it's so low. If we keep it higher, it will run worse with no reason. I mean, with no reason, because of the draw distance, but since this game is unoptimized, the draw distance will be a huge factor in performance. I mean, it will use more CPU. If you have a good CPU, you might want to use a better draw distance. But in this case, it's not worth it. The game will run worse, will look worse, with no good reason. I mean, the draw distance is not that bad in this one, but you have the chance to tweak it, so if you want to do so, you're free to do so. Okay, so I'll go into my best settings, which is 1440p. Yeah, ridiculous that I'm saying that. Like shadows high, pixel density, let's keep it at 60%. Detail distance at 45. This at 35. No, this at 40. Let's keep it like it was. Texture filtering 16 times and everything on high. And that should do. Should be the best way to play. As you can see now, we're getting 56 frames per second. We're in the coast, so let's get away from there. Oh yeah, we get drops here and there, which is bullshit. But every once in a while we get 60s, I know about that. Also, one other thing I forgot to tell you about, the night shadows. If you want to use higher quality night shadows, you might want to use more than 4 gigs of RAM. It uses more than 4 gigs of RAM if you use high night shadows like I'm doing right now. So yeah, this game requires more than 4 gigs of RAM on high settings. So keep that in mind if you want to crank this up more. If you have 4 gigs of RAM, don't use night shadows. That's well, a recommendation from me, since when I have 4 gigs of RAM, the game stutters a little bit with that. So some advice there. Oh yeah, you're better off capping this at 30 frames per second. Let me see if I remember some cheats from this game. 555, 150. Damn it. That's it. Let's see if I have some weapons now. Yes, I still remember the cheats. Okay, let's do some chaos, which is important. Exploding things here and there. That's whoa, so much money. Of course, this truck had to have money. I just made a lot of money. Look at this. Insane. Where are the cops? Oh shit. I'm not in your sights. You're in mine. Okay, let's take cover. Okay, we're doing good for now. We're almost dead. Well, let's blow the helicopter. Whoa, what the fuck? Okay, I got it. Where is it? Working for you. Anybody else? Oh, there you are. Yeah, the cover system sometimes is shit. Sometimes. It's not as good as GTA 5's. But they got me. I don't remember the cheat code for health. Let me see if I can find it on my phone. But as you can see, you can get away from that. One other thing I forgot to mention about the options menu. You can go into game and live clip capture, keep it off, so it won't capture the screen. Because this game has a replay recording. If you did something and press F2, I think, it will record the last 5 minutes, I think, of what you did into the game. And you can upload it into Social Club and all the stuff. So it's good. Okay, we got some weapons. Let's explode everything again, shall we? Money, money, money. I hear it on fire. Sorry, dude. Come on, cops. Waiting for you. You're down. You have nothing to do with this, but you're down too. Because why not? And in my opinion, explosions look better in GTA 4 than on GTA 5. I don't know if you have the same opinion, but some things in GTA 4 look better than on GTA 5. It's kind of ridiculous, if you ask me. Oof, almost got it. Now I got it for sure. Yes, I got it. Come on. Oh shit. Okay. That was bad AS. Let's keep killing this. Oh, now that we have time. Let's get that car. Yeah, blind shooting an RPG. Very smart. Whoop. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the camera when you shoot an RPG and release the button. Yeah, the color system is terrible, but I won't blame it for that. This game is very old, and there are games today that have worse cover systems. So, yeah. But so far, so good. I'm having fun, which is what matters. This game is a lot of fun. Let me shoot, come on. Oh, and there's a guy behind me. Sorry, I didn't see you, dude. Oh, now the SWAT is here. Oh shit. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's get into the hospital. Shit. Yeah, inside the hospital you will have high frame rates. It's a closed environment. No shadows, no nothing. That's why it runs so good. Yeah, and cops don't know what to do about that door. That door is bulletproof for some reason. Oh yeah, staying here is nonsense for the benchmark. So let's go outside where the frame rates are worse. Shit, shit, shit. Yeah, I'm dead. Don't worry. Yeah, keep shooting at me, asshole. Let's get more guns. Alright. Nobody on the streets. Ah, run! Okay. I'm running. Yeah, we'll keep this for later. Hey, yeah. Boom, headshot. Okay, I got the cheat. Oops. But later. I found the life and ammo cheat. So that's good. I can last longer into the battle. Alright, perfect. Now I got that. I can last longer. I think, if I'm careful. My last chance. No, it's your last chance. You're not getting out of here alive. Yeah, get down. Whoops. That wasn't very smooth. As I was talking to you about, you see those shadows cast by the chopper? Those are the night shadows I was talking about. If you don't have night shadows, you probably don't have shadows from that chopper. It's kinda just a small detail, but it looks nice. The same with these lights here. I'm casting shadows. Those are night shadows. The ones from the street lights. So yeah, the best way to play seems to be 1440p. If you want to play at 1080p, good, but it won't use your GPU how it should be used. It's still not being used correctly here, but the frame rate is more consistent for some reason on 1440p than on 1080p. You can even play at 4K if you want, at 30 frames per second. You should cap the frame rate there. Where's that guy? But yeah, that is my verdict for saying it in some way. You should play at a high resolution. If you have a 720p or 900p monitor, just do some downsampling. There's a tutorial, I will leave it. Downsampling is to use higher resolution than your monitor's native. I made a tutorial on that, so if you want to check that out, it's in the description below too. Okay, again, some health again. Let's keep the mayhem. Yeah, you might say, why I'm using cheats in this game? Just to show you a stress test. A lot of explosions, a lot of shooting. That's how benchmarks should be made. There I dropped below 30 for a second. So there you go. This game will drop every once in a while. And why, you might ask? Well, again, awful port. Let's get out of here. Alright, let's keep going. Oh yeah, that's all I got to say for now. I'll just keep shooting cops for a moment. Come on, come on. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.